I was lucky enough to watch here from the commentary position. So a rematch here in the compound gold medal match. And a second appearance for two countries who are dominating men's compound archery this year, as they have for many years, of walking out onto the field of play. It is the team from the USA, ranked number 1 in the competition this week with a top score of 233 in match play. As they compose themselves and talk to their coaches and make the final preparations, they walk to the shooting line in these chilly and wet conditions. We'll introduce the USA archers to you. And on the line, Braden Gellington waving to the crowd. There's Christopher Schaff in the middle, Europe 3 to this, and one hand in his pocket, very nonchalant, big cat Steve Anderson on the end there, where we'll see Anderson and Gellington shoot against each other for bronze this afternoon in the individual event, but this week it's all about, or this match is all about them pulling together.
Yeah, three very strong archers there, well, from both teams. A lot of experience that's standing on that line.
Absolutely. And Stefan Hansen there waving to the crowd, individual World Cup world champion. Martin Damsbo, very decorated archer in his day. And Andreas Darren, this team are very, very settled today. Won gold in Antalya together in stage 2. Where they defeated the USA team, who took silver in this match. So very finely balanced. Denmark 234, their top scorer in match play in this competition. So just 1 point ahead in terms of the USA. So it's going to be really close.
It's going to be close. You know, we haven't seen a 230 yet this morning. I believe we're going to see it from these guys.
So here we go then, the final match of the morning session, which we hope you've enjoyed here on the Olympic Channel and World Archery TV. And it will be Steve Anderson to open up for the USA. Shooting first on target number 1. Yep. And opens up with a 9, but probably a 10 from this distance and from our point of view on the line.
That looks like a 10, yes. I believe that's a 10.
So here's Christopher Schaff. Nine for him, the lesser known of the 3 US archers in this team. Kind of odd to see the US team without Rio Wild in it, actually.
Yeah, Rio's got tremendous experience, but it's tough to make the US team. 3 highest ranked archers shoot team event. And
he went out relatively early in the individual eliminations this week, didn't he?
Yeah.
So Schaff taking his place.
Yeah, Schaff ranked higher, and Rio just, only my personal opinion, maybe a little bit of bad luck. Lost with a score of 148, which is a good score, against Ivan from Croatia, who shot a 149.
Yeah, and it's that difference between form and class, isn't it? Lacking a little bit of form this week, but certainly not lacking class. Rio one of the gentlemen and the grandees of world archery.
Oh, definitely, and he's consistent, and like I said, maybe just a little bit of bad luck with losing with the 148, but that's the way it goes. That's the sport. You can see both teams. Martin there maybe making an adjustment on his side. Both teams a little bit on the right-hand side. So there might be a difference, like I said, from the practice field to the finals field.
But nothing to separate the two teams. 10 for Steve Anderson, so 2 10s for him in the match so far.
This week in qualification I shot with Christopher, and nice guy, you know, knows what to do, and he just puts it down there. Qualified really well, shot well, as you can see there. That's the spider, you can't get a better X than that.
As you say, the strength in depth in the US team, absolutely remarkable. Archery, a huge sport in the USA. And 3 huge arrows from the USA, 3 10Xs, 3 Xs, 59 points for that end. You can't ask for much more to open up a match, can you?
No, their sights are dialed in. Stefan just not happy with that shot, but it's still in the tin. You could see when he fired that shot, it was like he was talking to the arrow to just get up there.
He's quite a remarkable character, Hansen, isn't he? Only young, 22, I think, world champion on home turf in Copenhagen 2 years ago. And really, really consistent.
In the elimination matches yesterday, I mean, he shot a 150, 149, 150. He's a machine. He's at this point in time on form and the best archer in the world at this stage.
10 for Martin Damsbo, carrying an odd sort of pressure for him this weekend because he's seen his missus get a bronze medal already today. So, you know, it's an odd kind of weekend, a mini break in Berlin where you come away with medals, isn't it?
I mean, Martin Damsbo is one of the most seasoned archer on the World Cup stage. I mean, he's got more than 40 caps. I don't even know how many medals he's won, and also team event medals and so on. And usually he's standing behind the ladies' team when they're not in a medal match, giving some good advice from his experience. And yesterday I spoke with Hansen, and a nice guy to share information and give a few tips and pointers and so on, and, which not a lot of people are willing to do. They see you as a competitor, and if you get better, you might beat them. But all those guys on the line are
kind of impressive having this many fans here in the range.
Are willing to share, and that's nice.
I think when you stand in such close proximity to each other as competitors on the line, as you would do in golf or any other sport, the camaraderie is there, the rivalry is there, but one thing that's definitely there is the respect.
Oh, definitely. If you don't have respect for one of your opponents, you might just teach you the respect. You must.
You'll
can
get a
have
lesson.
it next time. You get a lesson.
Yep, height
10. So 10 for Denmark on target number 2.
Yep, X'er. Stærkt arm.
And
Noch eine 10. 10.
10. And here is Damsbo. Will it be another 10 for the Danish team?
Yep.
Oh, and it is. So 3 10s.
Eine weitere 10.
Perfect start to this second end.
The Danes are not going to make it easy for USA. Steve Anderson with a long draw length, using a hinge style release.
Just out at 9 o'clock.
That's a 9 from Steven.
9 for him.
Whoops, I just bumped it.
Might shake his head a little bit at that one, knowing that the margins of victory and defeat in this match are going to be so tight. Christopher Schaff here. His arrows away at
9 and
another
4
9 as
o'clock.
well.
So
So
look right there, you got it.
you can see that Denmark are pressing home their advantage after those 3 10s. And here's Braden Gellentin, another archer who carries such a lot of experience with him into competitions now.
Yep, full shaft in at 8
Arrows
o'clock.
away, and that is a 10.
Braden's always also consistent in team matches. Every time when I watch him shoot, he's always in shooting well in team matches.
Yep, that's an X.
It's a perfect X there for Hansen.
Han lægger den der.
We talk about consistency. 9.78 is Gellentin's arrow average, and his match win percentage is 70%. So you can see he's one of those archers we were talking about it before we started, actually.
Yeah.
If you can win more than you lose, if you can get over that 2/3 barrier, you'll definitely want to watch.
Yeah, Braden is an extremely accomplished archer, and in elimination matches, depending on who you come up against, you know, like Rio lost with the 148. Peter Elzinger lost with a perfect score of 150, and one arrow shoot off. They both shot X's, and it was 2 millimeters that decided that match.
Absolutely. If you can believe it, the margin of error so
full
so
shaft in at
tiny.
3.
10 there for
10.
Steve Anderson.
10.
Denmark finishing up there.
No, I got you there too.
Second end at
I'll just keep the other one.
118.
Okay.
So USA chasing that total down with Christopher Schaff here.
Yep, full
And
shaft in
10
at 9
for
o'clock.
10. 10.
Nice strong shot, Braden.
So Gellington
No, that's what I
10 will keep,
I have to go back after.
will cut the lead to
Looks like it's
a point. His arrows away, and
Now I'm gonna have to zoom
that's
in.
on the line, I think.
9.
That's too close to call.
Yeah, I'll pull that. So the scoreboard is giving Denmark a 2-point lead, 116 to 118 for them. But the judges now will go to target faces 50 metres away, and they'll be looking very closely at that final arrow from Braden Gellington just to see whether it goes on the line between 9 and 10 and can be upgraded or not.
Oh yes, you see the judge had his magnifying glass there, just making sure what the arrow count is. The arrow should just touch the line to get the highest score, the highest scoring area.
So we'll tell you how these teams made it to this match in the qualification round. The USA shot themselves into the #1 ranking position. They beat Switzerland in the first round, 231 to 225. In the quarterfinals, they beat Mexico 233 to 226. And in the semis, they took down India 233 to 228. So 233 their top score in the competition. The Danes qualified just behind them in second place. Beat Australia in the first round. Italy in the quarters, 231 to 228. And in the semis, they defeated the home team of Germany, 228 to 225. And they've got a slightly higher score than the USA, 234 in that match in the first round against Australia, their top score this week. So they've got a 1-point advantage here over the USA. Who open up with Steve Anderson first, and a nice bold 10 for him to get things underway for the USA. Christopher Schaff here now, shooting as he has been all match in the middle of the trio and in the middle of the target pin, another 10. Skeleton. 3 10s for the USA. That's what they will have been hoping for, Seppi, and that's what the Americans are so good at, isn't it? They've got they go behind even a little bit, and then they raise the game another level.
The Americans are extremely strong. The pace is good. I'm expecting a 230 plus score from these teams. Seasoned archers, 2 really strong teams. I mean, before this end, 1 point difference between the teams. 2 tenths for the Danes, with Martin coming up. If he shoots at 10, there's still a 1 point lead.
It's a 9, so scores are level. USA's perfect 30 with their first 3 arrows, applying the necessary pressure and leveling the scores up now. So is this a chance to build now for the USA? Here's Steve Anderson, who shoots later for bronze in the individual competition, and an X10 for him.
So Steve and Braden qualified for the World Cup finals, and Stefan Hansen also. So there's a few World Cup finalists. Andreas Durham as well.
That's right.
4 of these archers on the line are going to the World Cup final.
So that tells you everything you need to know about why these teams are ranked 1 and 2 in the world, actually.
Yep.
These 6 archers are amongst the best.
Just
A little
fall.
rueful expression on Gellentin's
That's
face.
between your 9 and
Lands
12.
that one in the 9, right up there in the north. And
He just knew when that shot went off, it was high.
so this might be the Danes' opportunity. They
Yep.
can shoot perfect 10s. Hansen with another one there. So
Masser to
2
the
more
line.
and they're back in the lead. Darren and it's a 9. So Damsberg needs a 10 here to keep Denmark level. Quiet, focused, almost serene on the shooting line, and a 10 for him. Pressure shooting from Martin Damsberg, and he's equal to it, and it's 175 points each. Both teams exactly as we said, so there'll be nothing to choose between the two. Very close.
175 and 6 arrows to go. You can just see that last shot from Martin. It's when that shot was fired, he just threw his bow to the right. It always blows my mind how that arrow still gets in the team.
Is there a way even through the shot? It's such a quick operation from the moment you let go of the arrow, but actually I've seen the really experienced archers do it. Anderson does it, Gellentin does it. Just even the slightest movement, hairline reaction, just move that arrow just enough to get it in the goal. That's what the good archers do, isn't it?
Well, Martin just, Martin, moved his bow after the shot, but that arrow is long gone. He just, but obviously he thought that arrow would have been in a different spot when it was executed. But yeah, that arrow travels at 280 odd feet per second, and you just want to make sure your line is good. Your hands moving back. You can see that Raiden's hand moving back. You could see it's moving in line with the arrows and the side of your face.
So
Yep,
here
full
we go
shaft
in
in
the
at
USA.
6. You're good.
Anderson with a 10.
10.
Schaff. His arrows
Just
away.
just
That's a
under it.
9.
Both
Go,
arrows
Ray.
a little bit on the low side.
Gellentin using a lot of time to find
All 9.
himself. And high 9 again for him.
Yeah, that's moving up.
She looks cross about, shakes his head slightly.
At this point in time for these guys, a 9 is just opening the door.
Yep, excellent.
That's why X10 for Hansen smashes that arrow right into the centre of the target. Here's Andreas Darum.
Yep, midt i højre arm.
10 from here as well. Exactly as you said.
Masser af tid down for.
So the 9s and the 10s are the differences, aren't they? Here's Damsberg with a 9.
Let's go.
Slag lidt højere.
A 9 that's just out of 10 is the same as the one that's on the 8-9 line. It still counts the same. It's it just sort of, your confidence is just a little bit better if it's a little bit closer to the 10,
Yep.
but you obviously want higher scoring.
Excellent. Go, Chris.
zone. He finished off with a 10 there. Shot well in the team in this match.
He has, hasn't he? He's only 1-9 in the whole match, actually. Everything else has been in the 10, so
Yes.
that's another 10
You're
for
halfway through the line. You're
Schaff.
solid.
The target face is actually cutting up a little bit in the rain, aren't they? And after a match of this duration, you can see how battered the target faces are.
Good job.
Final arrow for the USA doing everything they can with 3 maximums. So 233, their top score of the competition so far. They've done all they can. Here's Hansen with a 10. So 2 more 10s. And the Danish team have got
Here's where the pressure is. You know a 9 will be a 1 arrow, and then he needs to shoot a 10 to win. But Andreas shooting well this week. I'm sure he's going to shoot it again.
10 for Andreas Darum, qualified for the individual event in Rome. Lots of confidence flowing through the Danish team. And here's Martin Damsbo, the final arrow of the competition. But a 10 to win. Oh, and it's a 9. So it's 233 points for each of USA and Denmark. Rueful look on the face of Martin Damsbo there, because we are down to a shoot-off, and this is where it gets even more exciting and even tighter.
It is difficult. I think Martin obviously not happy with that shot, and he knew he had to put that one in the 10 to win. I think sigh of relief for the USA team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you would put your house on Martin Damsbo to land the 10 there. He'd been so consistent with the 10s all the way through the match, and just something happened there to him, which means that the USA are back in it. They were dead and buried with that last time.
Oh yes. Yeah, I think Martin at this point in time in this week, and he's not entirely happy with his shooting at the moment. So, you know, he's a seasoned archer. He's extremely capable, and yeah, that 1 arrow, you know, that 1 arrow.
So we're into a tie-break situation. So it'll be 3 arrows for each team, 1 arrow for each archer. The target faces are replaced. The highest score amongst those 3 arrows that takes the match. And if the scores are still tied, then they'll measure the distances from the centre, but which is perfectly possible in a situation where you've got 6 archers of this kind of class on the field. The focus now, I mean, take us into their minds a little bit. So what are you trying to do? What's the most important thing to do?
I think what's important for the Danish team is to forget about that 9, not to be, you know, negative in forcing a shoot off. They need to regain their focus, and obviously there you've got the hope, and you've got you're holding your thumbs that you don't have to go to a shoot off and that you win the match. But I think Martin has already forgotten about that arrow. You know, he's gonna stand there and knows it's this arrow that counts. The Americans are definitely not gonna step back. I know they're ready for this, and we saw in the first into 3 X's on that right side, right hand target. So these guys are extremely accurate. This is an exciting shoot-off.
Absolutely. They've seen the women take gold in the team events. So can the USA make it gold for the men? Here's Steve Anderson. 1 arrow for him.
Pex, good shot.
Little expression on his face of dissatisfaction, but it is a 10 still. Not in the X ring.
Yeah, you're right on the top.
But a 10 to start with. We flip to Denmark, and Hansen with a 10 lower down the target, similar distance from the centre. The pendulum swings back towards the USA. And here's Christopher Schaff. Shot brilliantly in this match, very calm and composed. 9 for him on the line though. Scoreboard saying a 10, so we'll go with that. So here's Andreas Darum, all in black. on the shooting line. Deadly
Yep,
serious.
mid.
And
Got
another
it.
10. So absolutely
I think it's in, but
dialed in, both teams. And here's Galantin,
God tid på klokken.
USA's final arrow. It's away and it's in the centre of the target, possibly on the line of the X.
That's the closest so far on the X.
3 10s for the USA. It must be a 10 for Damsbo this time. It must be.
Yep,
Is 3 10s. And the shoot-off decides the match. And it is the USA who take the gold match. Victory for them. Stage 4 of the Hyundai Archery World Cup goes to Braden Galantin, Steve Anderson and the newcomer Christopher Schaff. In the end, they had too much for the Danes. They took gold against them in Antalya. The Danish team took gold in Antalya, but it's payback for America in this match here in the rain in Berlin.
So how's that for class? 233, going to a shoot-off, shooting a 30. Perfect round.
It's fantastic, isn't it? And just saw on the monitors there just how close those arrows were, just kissing the edge of the 10 ring in their different ways. But it is the USA who are closer, and that final arrow from Galantin was the one, wasn't it?
That was steel seal, yeah.
Absolutely fantastic stuff.
this guy's gonna get one.
The crowd that's been growing steadily throughout the morning, braving the elements, and their reward actually
Thank you.
a really, really dramatic match. And the bows are raised in the air by the USA team. Braden Galantin, Christopher Schaff and Steve Anderson, they take the gold medal. And so it's a really, really triumphant morning for the USA archery team. The women take gold in the women's team match. The men have got gold here too. Sebi, tell me what you've enjoyed most out of those 4 matches.
Obviously the finals, the last match was really exciting. Highest score of the day, nice shoot-off, and it's nice to see both teams shooting well and battling it out till the end, and not really giving anyone an opportunity. And yeah, I actually feel for the Danish team. You know, they shot 3 solid teams. Probably out of the 2 teams, the average was a little bit better. But Braden just putting it in the X there, that was the deciding factor. So, you know, the USA men's team